Hi guys, Jason here. Welcome to the AskGolfNut channel, and today we're going to do a really boring video. So about 12 people will watch this, and so I hope that the 12 people that do watch it are the 12 people that need to, because these are mainly professionals, these are mainly enthusiasts, amateur enthusiasts, which have all the people that get coached were for people that have quad or GC2 HMT. Head measuring technology, anything that measures physically the dots on the face, where you strike it, dynamic loft, lie, path, all that lot. Because I love Foresight. Foresight are responsible, from my point of view, of being a groundbreaker in pushing launch monitor technology on with the camera-based side of it. So it measures, physically measures strike, rather than others which don't do it quite the same way. Comment below, keep it nice. So, I've got two golf clubs. These two golf clubs have got dot placements which are decidedly different. Excuse me. I've got my golf club here, which is a JPX 923 Hot Metal Pro. It's a media sample, so the lie is not going to be right at all. But if you can see by the place where I have these dots, I've got these dots, one at the top, one at the bottom, and more importantly, the two middle dots are between 1, 2, 3, third and fourth groove. There's a reason I do that, because if you go to Foresight's understanding, dot on the bottom, dot at the top, yes, and those two dots are distinctly higher. They are between 6th and 7th groove. That is exactly how they say on the Foresight website. Again, I'll pop that up on the screen there if I can actually show you the documentation of which they say that is where you need to place HMT, head measuring technology fiducial dots. Now the thing is, quad and GC2 HMT, I'll keep this one for the moment, they use that to triangulate, understand where the golf club is in 3D space, and obviously when it comes to contact in the golf ball, where on the face it's being hit. Now, on the floor, I have some white powder. Don't worry, it's not an offshoot or underside of the business. It is baby powder, talcum powder, and it's not a boudoir side of the business either. It is just so I can literally get that ball, pop it on there, dust it up a little bit, hit it, and you'll be able to physically see where it gets hit. And then when it comes to quad will measure. So we're going to hit some weird and wonderful strikes, which is going to be good, because obviously we want to be effectively testing out the quad when it comes to different HMT dot placement. So I've got the golf club where they say, excuse me, where they say, Foresight say you should actually have it. I disagree. Oh, there you go. I've got a nice dimple pattern. Right, and there we go. Right, so I've dusted the old ball up, and I'm going to go hit it with the hot metal, one with the dot placements, in my view, much too high. We're going to hit this one, and then we'll show you exactly where they say we hit it against where we physically know we did. Face open. Yeah, massively. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Slightly toey, decent hit. 12 mil low, 6 mil toe, so 6 mil toe. It's fractionally high on the face, but not too bad. And there you go. If you can see that, that is not 12 mil low. 12 mil low would be distinctly lower than that. So that was borderline heavy, as in hit ground first, but very small amounts. Now, when it comes to a golf ball size, a golf ball is give or take about 43 millimeters tall, 1.68 inches. So if you had a 0-degree driver, yeah, you would hit that within reason, unless you're coming down. Obviously, you were coming down, you would be displaying less loft. So if you had a 0-degree lofted driver, you would be hitting the equator of the golf ball. Boom. Anything with loft, the more loft you have, the lower on the face or lower on the golf ball you hit it. So if you imagine you want to hit at the very least, ball with the sole of the golf club and ball at the same time, if you hit the ground first, you'll hit high on the face, but you'll have like a cushion of soil. Obviously that's a fat contact chunk, whatever you want to call it. Obviously not desirable. So at the very least, you want ball and floor club same time. You can get away with thin, can't get away really with heavy. So middle points of these dots, or the top part actually, not the middle, but the top part of the middle dots need to be up the face, the height of where the true strike point middle needs to be. And there is a calculation to do it, because obviously I understand that this is a 29-degree lofted head. With a 29-degree lofted head, then you have to think about, okay, how much dynamic loft you're going to be delivering because of angle of attack, shaft lean and all that lot. So anywhere between 0 and 6 degrees, half that one in between, because obviously unless you're going to measure someone, it's long-winded to do it. So let's just say 3 degrees. So 29-degree lofted head, minus 3 degrees is 26 degrees, dynamic loft, average delivered. Okay, so 26 degrees. If you're talking about 21 degrees is for 21 mil, sorry, half the ball is for a 0 lofted driver, which you don't get, but 0 lofted driver. And if you had a 90-degree wedge, you'd hit it right at the bottom of the golf club, or golf ball, sorry, at 21.5 mil to 0, that kind of idea. And then as you then change loft, where you hit it on the curve of the golf ball changes. So 45 degree, which is perfectly in between 0 and 90, would be the difference between 0 and 21.5 degrees, 10.75 mil. And if you had a 45 degree lofted wedge, you'd want to be putting the top part of the middle dot at 10.75 millimeters from the bottom. There you go. You kind of got the idea. It's very technical. I know I told you it's boring, but it's true. Because if not, you gave shots like that where it says it was 6 mil toe, 12 mil low. Well, the 6 mil toe, I definitely agree, but that is definitely not 12 mil low. That was borderline heavy. And so if you're going to go in there, put dots on there, and then effectively coach someone, or when it comes to custom fitting, you're going to try and custom fit someone on the basis of their strike, and you have put the dots in those positions, you're going to be teaching someone to hit it heavier, chunkier, chunkier, and chunkier. And I have had more than my fair share of those come in. I've had a lesson. I can't hit it very well. I went in there because I was not doing great, and I've come out of it, and after practicing, if anything, I've got worse. Well, I'm not surprised when you have your dots in that position. So go over to how I want it done, or how I do it myself effectively. You can see there, zoom in on the old camera, they are somewhat, the middle dots are lower. The lowest dot is at the bottom, and the highest dot is at the top. But the middle dots are in line, but they're lower on the face. And because for the exact same reason I said before, you want to get a capture of where the middle of the golf ball is hit. Yes, and you need it to, within reason, show what you see on the face is exactly what you see quad show. If not, people are going to start doubting the technology. And it's not the technology's fault. It's the humans that put the dots on. And unfortunately, it's the humans that put the dot on because Foresight have told them to put it in that place. Now, there is a reason why Foresight, too much, there's a reason why Foresight say to put the dots where they do. And let's be honest, it's to protect their investment. It's to protect their unit from giving or not giving data. And the reason why you do that is if you have these dots further away, you can see these two dots are very, very close. When it comes to the more loft you have, they technically need to go lower, and it gets to a point of where quad may see those two dots as one and then not give data or not give accurate data. Foresight don't want that. If you then start putting dots that far away, then what happens is you can obviously add loft and loft and loft, and it would still see a difference. Yeah, so from the camera there, you can see a big gap. And as I turn it, that gap becomes less from a camera's point of view. Same thing as quad is measuring with those 4 cameras. So they do it to protect their investment. I've had the conversation with Foresight, and they will not back down, and I know why. But this is where I say you should have it. So the golf ball, is dusted up lovely. I'm going to give it a hit. Doesn't matter what delivery, doesn't matter where he hit it. It's just going to go get a capture. There you go. That's slightly heavy. Wait for it. 3 mil toe, 6 mil high. Okay, as you can see there on the screen, 6 mil high. You can see the strike is middled, within reason, 3 mil, but it is high of those dots. So those dots is the top part of the dot, not the middle, it's the top part of the middle dot, from where the middle of the strike point is measured. I've got my trusty tape measure So the size of it is between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just over 7 grooves is the actual full strike point. That point there where the 10 is, I can see where the 10 is there, that top part of the dot is where the middle is counted from upwards. So it's just above that groove. Where the middle is of this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's that groove there, basically around about 5.5 mil, 6 mil. There you go. So you can see there, 3 mil slightly off the toe, maybe so, yeah, no worries, but 6 mil high shows exactly where it was hit. Now, if you've got your dots in that position, that is a recipe for disaster from the point of view, if you're going in coaching and having the dots in this position and you're working on your strike, wow, you're going to get worse quick. If you have your dots in this position or closer to this position, when it comes to the professionals out there and also the enthusiastic amateurs with technology such as this, and you can get obviously GC2 HMTs on eBay now, so you can get a fully functioning quad for a lot less money than a £23,000 lovely piece of kit that it is, but it's expensive. So enthusiasts can have this information to hand. So do some experimentation. Obviously this is taken from a point of view of understanding what your angle attack is, what your normal angle attack is, what your D-loft is more importantly. As your D-loft changes, you will have to change where your dots are relative to the middle and all that lot. Now this is simple, 6 to 7 grooves up. Well, that is simply wrong, but it is simple to do because every golf club is 6 or 7 grooves up, but it's not. The only one you could ever say would ever get close would be the Ping Micromax grooves because they are tightly packed, like thousands of them, and the old Night golf clubs, because they had thousands of grooves as well. Any normal conventional groove pattern needs to have their dots, give or take, say with a 7-iron, 1, 2, 3, between 3rd and 4th groove, something like that, to be able to give you an understanding of where it physically is. Make sure you get your dots right because when you are practicing in the winter conditions and even in the summer, you want to make sure you're practicing on making your swing and your striking better, not artificially worse. So, hope you liked the video. If you did, down there, little like button. If you can click that one, that'd be great because I like it and so does YouTube as well. Next to it is a little red button, subscribe. If you can do that, that'd be great because it's free. Next to it, a little bell icon. Go on, get the bell on, ding-a-ling, because that will let you know next time I upload another video. Hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon.